Hello, happy Monday. Child, I don't know what's going on today. I just feel like today I'm just behind, if that makes sense. I don't know. I ain't really got nothing going on. I'm ready to fix this little hole. I don't know how I snatched this thing open like this, some kind of way. And I'm gonna stitch that right quick. I do have a project that I need to finish, but I don't know if I want to do it today. How everybody doing? Um, I got some different color, like cotton fabrics that I can make some more lanyards or whatever key fobs out of. I probably line them up and cut them while I'm watching TV or something. But I ain't feeling it today. Girl, I went took me look like the old people say I went and bathed and wet this hair and put some what I put in there? I ain't even used shampoo and conditioner. I think I just rinsed it because I just washed my hair a couple days ago. And it's just been so hot. I don't the last 2 days, girl, get somebody else to do it. I think the last time I've been outside was Saturday. And then when I came in, I do want to go out today because I want to get me some of them popsicles, them lime popsicles from Outshine. Girl, they so it's like eating a limeade. I don't know how they did that. Did like they captured every bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you drink limeade and hit right there, it did it in the popsicle too. So I'm excited to go get me some of them today. But other than that, I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday. Um, I think I'm a little sluggish today, and I'm trying to get past it. I had a little bit of coffee. I did eat oatmeal earlier. Um, I just blended me some sea moss, and I'm kind of waiting for that to kick in, and hopefully it'll give me a little boost, a little lift today. Because honey, I just ain't got it today. Like I don't know where it went to. I don't know. It's like it's a different type of shift right now. I don't want no heavy foods. I'm really thinking about pulling my juicer out and juicing um, like pre-make my juices. It's been a while since I've done that, but I remember in I think I bought the juicer in like 2021, and it really, yeah, I miss juicing. Juice is something about juicing that gives you a different type of energy. Just overall, like mental clarity. It's just something about it. And also another thing, when I used to do my smoothies, I used to add a little bit of sea moss into it, and other little stuff. But this transit is a little off right now, and the boost is like we've been thrusted into summer where I am in this region. I don't know about nobody else, but it feels like I've been just full throttle thrown into summer. It's June, but the last 2 weeks it's been feeling like July, August ish. I just really can't explain it. It's like time has been accelerated, if that makes sense. And I don't know what it's about, but I really feel it. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that there. But anyway, um, I enjoyed doing nothing yesterday. Um, I took a late nap and enjoyed waking up late to wake up and do nothing because it was so late that I couldn't have do anything really productive. But I don't know if everybody is experiencing this, but y'all let me know because I can't be the only one going through this. Like it's really strange right now. I can't pinpoint some of the things I'm really feeling, but I don't know. I'm just gonna ride this wave out. I don't feel no type of way about it. I'm just gonna ride it out. But yeah. Now one thing I do love. Hey, how you doing, Jahara? Yes, I heard that name before. That's a beautiful name. One of my friends actually named her daughter that. One of my old friends. That's a beautiful name. I don't know, child. It's still, I don't even know what time it is. I'm still drinking my coffee. Um, like I said, I went ahead and got me some sea moss to try to help me over that little books, but I just ain't feeling Monday. Maybe because I sat and I didn't do anything yesterday. And I don't feel no type of way about it. Let me go back by saying Friday, no, pretty much all last week, it was in like the high 80s. And, depending on where you live, again, in the region, I live on the East Coast. And when you pair that with humidity, it's close to being like 100 degrees. And then, I have a couple family members that live in Arizona, and they've told me about how, it gets to like 110 and things of that nature. And it's a different type of heat. It's more of a dry heat, but it's not humid. And I was like, oh, okay, well that's different. So when people say it's hot like that, and then I remember him doing a comparison and telling me how it's different, and comparing it to being like a 90 degree weather day with humidity, and they was just going on about that. So I'm like, okay, cool. But it's been so hot, like all I was able to do really was hydrate myself the last few days. It was like, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna get um baby, I went and bought me a bag of ice. I need an ice maker. That's on my to-do list this year. But I went and got, I don't know if, I just don't know. I don't know if it's a 40 thing. I don't know. I don't know. But the way the heat has been heating, and then another thing that's interesting about being on the East Coast, and I mean the news talks about it. I don't know how far it goes on national news, but the last couple of months, it's been a large amount of like whale, like large animals washing up on the shore, especially in the Virginia Beach region. And I was like, well, dang, what they over there doing? But then, of course, I started reading into the little wind wave thingies or whatever they got out on the shore. And so it's been a really big thing. And then people started talking about them washing up in other areas. So living off the water is really different. Um, but one thing I can say, this year, I don't know if they've just started talking about it more, but they've been washing up a lot more, and this is really crazy. And I'm like, what's going on with the water? I hear a lot of people speculate about it being extra hot and stuff like that. But you know what? When I go, I generally just like the vibe and the scenery and just the energy of being out at the beach. I really don't get in the water like that anymore. A lot of people go out there, they go to soak in the sun. It's a very grounding place. It is. You got earth, you got all elements there. You just sitting there chilling, you vibing, you doing what you want to do. It's cool. I love it, and I love the fact that it is maybe 5 minutes away. And I don't understand why I'm not out there every day, but it just got so hot so fast. It's a little hard to do. But it's always nice to go out there like after, at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Oh, it's beautiful. But sometimes depending on like when it's in the spring and then when the fall is coming in, like the air change really, really fast and it get cold real fast. But either way, you can get a good, hour after you go out there, late in the day. But it's a really cool, chill place. Child, I don't know. I'm just ranting. I ain't talking about that. I really ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about it's just a shift right now that I really cannot pinpoint and I can't explain. And I'm about to get back into my groove this week. So just looking at different projects and things that I can tackle. Um, I do want to finish my key fobs. Like I said, I got a lot of other fabrics that I have. Like I have a lot of fabric. One thing, it's a difference in sewing and loving fabric. That's one of the things. If you ever go into the crafting space, you have to just realize it's a major difference. And it's easy to get caught out there buying a whole bunch of fabric that you really can't do nothing with. And it just all depends on what you're working on. Um, I was doing a lot of Ankara prints for a while, and I think once I ran out of the prints, I just never reordered any. Um, it's a really cool warehouse that I get them from that I like, and they have reasonable prices. They have gone up since everything is going up, but I think each yard they've gone up at least $2, which is a drastic difference compared to because if you go by like Ankara wholesale, you can get it like $3.99 when you what we were able to get it at $3.99 a yard. I think it went up to like $5.99, which is not bad. But then you factor in how if you order a certain amount, and then they take off from that too. And then if you order, I think at one point it was like if you order over $75, they ship it for free. Now it's like you have to spend $10 to ship for free. But that same place is really a good. That's my printer doing too much. Um, and you can get satin from that place as well, which I really really love their satin because they're not limited in colors. I love them. I do want to I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just sew up everything I got left over. I'm not. I probably won't buy any more fabric unless I'm doing like a couple, satin bonnets here and there. I buy satin, but as far as knit fabrics and cotton, like collar and stuff like that, I might actually start up again towards August, and I really would like to do a head wrap line because generally I love wearing head wraps. I'm not. I don't even know why. I don't have one on right now because I put all that oil and stuff and whatever in my hair. I'm trying to let it do its thing today. But it's a lot of good ways to go ahead and get like wholesale items. I have a patchwork Ankara little handbag that I haven't finished. finished. I might go ahead and finish that today. Um, just something random I wanted to do, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like the machines are sitting in front of me, and I'm just looking at them like I need to sew something, but I don't want to. I just want to be, and I really think a lot of people have gotten out of just being and being okay with being. Um, a lot of time, well, yes, half of yesterday, I turned everything off, all my devices, TV, and I just wanted to be. And it was real peaceful. Um, the noise level was down, with my neighbors is back up today, but it was so peaceful. Um, just being. Now, I wouldn't dare take that peaceful being out to the beach on Sunday around here. Because, honey, everybody goes to the beach on Sunday. It's like early in the morning. Saturday when the spring hits, it's like a farmer's market situation. It's beautiful. A lot of, people out there selling and things of that nature. But when Sunday hit, you won't even be in the park. You would think it's Virginia Beach, but it's not. Um, but it's one of those nice family outings, free activities that you can go out there, pack your lunch, and just kind of make a day out of it, or just spend hours. I mean, they have a park out there. It's just a beautiful place. I mean, you just go walking. They have a little walking area. You take your pup out there and walk. I mean, it's just you know. But I can't even go out Sunday. It's too many people. It's just too much. It's just like, mm-mm. But it's like we have just skipped over spring and went straight to summer. I do know I had to put my curtains back up because that's how hot it was. I was so excited when it was spring because like being in the house in the winter is torture on the East Coast. Like, honey, you just be like, this ain't life, honey. Because a lot of people they experience seasonal depression and like not having enough sun, honey, it is not it. So the moment, you know, the days got longer, honey, I took the curtains down, start cleaning and purging, and I still got some cleaning and purging to do. But it just hit different. So I was like, yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna take my curtains down. Honey, they have the rest of this until summer so early. I had to go put them suckers back up because it just got too hot. It was just too hot. Mm-mm. I'm okay while I'm out there, but I'm just moving around and being a little bit more strategic on when I go. So that's kind of how that goes. But I'm just rambling. I ain't got nothing going on. Um, oh, I couldn't get it out. Excuse me. I want to say congratulations to Nessie on her beautiful bundle of joy. Um, I couldn't get it out, but I do have. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple of my tinctures and do a little bit of I do have some lecithin. I got some dandelion tincture. I got some milk thistle. Generally, it's always recommended to take dandelion and tincture together. I'm gonna go ahead and probably take some of that and just I think I'm gonna go ahead and extend my self care regimen. I'm gonna go ahead and probably soak my feet. Um, I haven't done a facial in a while. My face started breaking out I, as soon as it got hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and work on my skin because I was actually using it's like a blend of black soap, remedies, and sea moss. I was using it for my face and it was working really, really well. Hold on. Oh shoot. So it was like a it's black soap and sea moss. So basically, you know how you get the I think I got a video showing how you do it. Um a lot of people will get black soap and they'll use it as is, and that's like a big no no. Cause like it'll it's a large probability that it will damage your skin. Like that's how people end up with like different shades that they can't really work around. So when I would order my black soap, that was one of the good things that ETSY was good for because I found a good plug for black soap. So I will order like a big bar of it. It just depends on how much you want to make. And I will use um if I'm making large quantities of like, I will use like a clear tote and I will put hot water in that tote. And then I would just cut up my big um bar of black soap or half of it or whatever, depending, you start working your own equation out. And I would just let it, just sit in there. So basically, that hot water is gonna melt it down. It's gonna get everything the way it needed to be, right? And then you go in and add. Well, I don't drop everything over here. You go ahead and add like essential oils. Different oils that you want to use for your skin that's gonna really benefit your skin. Um, some people like avocado oil, some people like grapeseed oil, some people like whatever you want to use, right? You go ahead and add that in there. Some people go ahead and put aloe vera, like fresh aloe vera, or whatever aloe vera they got in there, and you just let it sit. I know that mine sit for like 24 hours. Then you come back to it, and if you feel you need to let it, well, sometimes go ahead and strain it. Depending on if you're gonna resell it or if you're gonna make it for yourself, you go ahead and use either your cheesecloth or sometimes people like to use a little pantyhose or whatever to strain their stuff out. And that's just a basic, you know, black soap blend you can create for yourself. I always recommend that you dilute black soap because that stuff can be strong. Because something that can be used for a beautiful thing can always be, you know, whatever. But I love black soap. And then I just basically, when I do mine, and if I want to add like sea moss, I'll just drop the sea moss in the blend and let all that blend together. Or I'll just add the sea moss later. But either way, you still need to let it soak and let it strain. Let me tell you how good this stuff is. I had an old associate, and I'm heavy on the associate. Yes, I am. And they were having really, really bad issues with their hair. And I was telling her because you know how like for a long time people will use different types of hair and it'll like break and whatever. Like so on this side right here, my hair was like completely gone one time when I had locks because the locks were so heavy and they grew like all the way down here. And when I started, I was like, oh my God, honey, I ain't gonna never. I was like, mm-hmm. So I had to let, either let the weight go or find a way to, work with them. But anyway, I eventually cut them off. Um, so I had to start finding ways to grow my hair back. But I use like nettle leaf oil and like rosemary. That was the oil that I used to, strengthen my edges, when I really needed it. But so this person, it was so funny because like you could make stuff and be around people. And this is one of the things I had to, I guess you could say, realize and be okay with. You can share your gifts and share things that you know how to do. However, the people closest to you will not see the value in it. I'm cool with that. So basically, this is the same thing that I have in front of me. Oh, can you see it? Yeah. This is something I had made a while ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and use them because I got the bottles in there, honey. I use them on myself. Um, and basically, it was like literally the hair was gone. Like it was, it was really really bad. It looked kind of like male pattern baldness, and so the same thing, you can use this for your face, you can use this for your body. And I also wash my hair with it instead of using, like, sometimes if you don't want to use regular shampoo, you can use the black soap mixture. Because one thing about black soap, when you dilute it, it basically lathers like a regular soap. Let me put some on my hands. I don't even think I got my towel close back. I don't want to do too much. But either way, it lathers so well. Like, it's just not real thick. Now, when people go into making shampoos and stuff, it's other thickeners, whatever the hell you want to call it. I can't even get it out. Thickeners. But you want to use, to those things are used to make it thicker and to make it shelf stable. The good thing about using like black soaps and stuff like that, I like to add like vitamin E into my stuff, and it'll last pretty good. You don't have to really worry about, all that. Anyway, so I gave her a sample, um, with using, to use the black soap and the sea moss or whatever to, shampoo her hair. And I did her hair. I think I just treated it, just use all natural products or whatever. So when she came back, the hair had started actually growing in those balding spots. True story. Hand to the man. Um, I gave her, just different samples of different stuff I had made at the time. This is a couple years ago. She went and purchased a thing, and I was cool with it. I was cool with it. But she was like showing me somebody gloss kit set, and I was like, oh, that's cute, that's nice. It is what it is. So as time went on, I seen her in public, and she would just start acting weird. Like one day she'd be okay with me, she'd be speaking, and another day she'd be like, "Oh, you." I was like, "Oh, me?" I was like, "What the heck I do?" I was like, "Girl, let me say something, child." People be laying with all kinds of crazy demons, and then they come around you, and I'm gonna leave that there. But so I could have very well continued to offer and send those things, and I don't mind sharing, but at the same time, it's like we do so much damage to our hair that after a while, it's just, you know. So I think this person, they just wore braids, they wore weaves, and they wore styles that was literally, their edges could not uphold anymore. So that's something that, something you got to think about and be mindful, as you grow older or just in general, because edges edges aren't guaranteed, honey. And I see people in their 20s with no edges. Don't shoot the messenger, honey. But so yeah, this is gonna be an extension of a self-care day. Um, I have all of the things to make my mask. Um I got bentonite clay. I got some charcoal, and I got yeah those yeah I have honey. My favorite honey is Manuka honey. Manuka honey is the bond.com. But if you can't get that, anyone, and then you can just blend all this stuff up, add a little water to it. Hmm. So I'm gonna sit and let that do what it do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do the rest of my day. I don't want to do anything today. I don't have it in me. And it's okay. Like, some people get so accustomed to moving and doing so much that they overextend themselves and don't understand it's okay just to be some days. Now, don't get stuck in that being place. But like I said last week, I was running around in the heat. And even with hydrating myself and do all of the things, it was like my body was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. So, and listening to your body is important. But I don't have anything new, no news, no tea. I mean, people gonna still do what they do over yonder and all up in the room. But what can you do? See, one thing about me is I refuse to sit and spend time in foolery. All money ain't good money, and all company ain't the best. And hmm what? I gotta go buy some puppy food. I do need to go do that. Child, he been eating good the last couple of days. I've been giving him what regular food. Child, he been so excited. Oops, excuse me, I kicked the thing. He been so ecstatic about it. Um, yeah, I just feel like I'm sitting there rambling at this point. But I think I'm gonna go grab my singing bowl and I'm gonna sit and play my singing bowl for a little bit before I go do my face mask. The only bowl that I have is a I forgot what which letter it is, but it's about up in here for frequency. So I'm gonna play that for a little while because anytime I feel like I'm at this stage, I like to nurture myself on the inside and out. And also, I'll probably make a tea. I don't know what I'm gonna put in the tea. I always like to start out with at least some raspberry leaf tea, raspberry leaf herb. I put that in there because that is always good for women overall, any type of uterine health. And then I kind of build on it, based on how I'm feeling. Like, oh, do I feel like because sometimes I have to go back and revisit. I have so many different herbs that I think ashwagandha would be a good one for today. And I did have sea moss, so I'm just gonna let that sit in. But just making me a nice tea. I the heat literally stole my appetite, which is a good thing, girl, because I can afford to lose a couple two, a couple pounds or so. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Listening to the birds chirp, you can tell it ain't too hot out there because I'm surprised they out there chirping. So that's a beautiful thing. That's a good sign that it's cooled down enough for them to go enjoy themselves. Um, it was just really, really hot. It was like 92 degrees yesterday, and I didn't even go bother it. But no, I just wanted to, have a peaceful day today, like yesterday. And I think I might go ahead and just turn the rest of my devices off again for the rest of the day. Have myself rested and ready for tomorrow because I'll probably crank back up tomorrow. But yeah, oh, yesterday I did do something. I did some canning. I canned me some peaches, which I love canning peaches. I love, 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 love. As soon as they hit the store in the spring, I'm at the store on them. But I ain't gonna lie, this first batch was real sketchy. I don't know it. I don't know who grew them, but they weren't right. I don't know if it was a bio issue, but the seeds weren't even right. They were you might as well say non-existent. They were like so tiny. I wish I would have kept a few of them to show a picture. I just threw all of them away. Excuse me. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's because of where I bought them from. I don't know if it was the type of peaches. I canned them. They taste pretty good. I went ahead and made my simple syrup. I got about 6 jars out of that batch, and I was like, I'm not buying any more of their peaches. And then I made me some what did I make yesterday? Oh, I made my pasta sauce. I cheated a lot on my pasta sauce. I'm not gonna lie. I ended up getting, because you can buy the canned Roma tomatoes and like the canned sauces. I just got all tomato stuff and then I build it from there, adding whatever spices. And then you know, creating the consistency that you want. Sometimes you can just go let it cook down, get your immersion blender and so that's basically what I did. I ended up with like, if I had to count the sizes that I got out of the small jars, I would say I ended up with like 14 jars, which is a good amount because I like making pizza. So I made my little pizza dough yesterday, and it was amazing. So much so after I ate my pizza, I went to sleep and just turned everything off and just enjoyed the moment. So see all them alerts on my other phone. It's just, girl, I was tired. I don't know. I just know one thing. I could not imagine having a million people around me in my personal space doing all this. And I want to thank y'all for just sitting, listening to my foolishness today. Oh, this is the the strap. What I gonna do with this? This is a part of the Ankara patchwork bag I was gonna do. I forgot what part is this. The bag. I forgot what I was gonna do with this. This no, what this was gonna be the strap, like the because it's gonna be a wristlet. So I forgot all about this. So these are the colors, and that's why I haven't done it because I cut up so many doggone pieces, and then I was like, girl. And then the method that I decided to use, I just set the bag to the side, and now I gotta go find the pieces. So I was so not interested in that process. And those doggone planes been irritating the last couple of days. They just it's like the military ones irritating me. But yeah, this I thought the patchwork idea was a great idea. However, I wish I would have done a different method, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I think it'll be a cute little accessory for the summer. Something small with a little wristlet on it. I thought it would be cute. It'd be nice if I finished it. Hmm. But I don't know. I'm just sitting here rambling. Um, I did do some reorganization this weekend, and I think that's what all my energy went to, like doing stuff inside. It is some things I need to go and actually physically take out of here, but I'll wait until it cools off. God bless her heart with all them damn churn, honey. I can't. The way my nerves set up. I'm trying to hold on and have some for when I get some grands. It was this lady. It was so like she was really sweet about it. And I think she was honest and genuine. She was like, "Oh, my friend has a She used to be a well, she said her friend used to be a principal, and now she has her own school. And she was like, "Oh, she's hiring for teachers." And I was like, "Baby, you are so barking up the wrong tree." Um, and she said to me every time she see me, we run into each other often. She's a very sweet lady, and I'm like, "Ma'am." And I know I get it. I get it. The private sector is way different from the public sector, but girl, I got to do a lot of praying on that to be bothered. Um, I don't think I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I don't know if it's a good fit for me and what I want, to move forward for in this season. And it's so many people like work harder in their creativity and their endeavors. They find themselves being approached by people that really want to know what they know, you know, help them create strategies and things of that nature. And then I told her, not actuality, in my head, I ain't said, because you never know. You might need it, you don't just, that's a door I wouldn't just slam. But I was like, in my head, I was like, she can't afford me because I don't have time to go in here and teach this principal. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that because The more I understand the integration process and how the integration process really changed and really didn't help us as much as they think it did, I really am okay with, um, I don't want to say segregation. I wouldn't say it that way. I would say having the option to teach your children with like minded people should not be a bad thing. But I think they're, doing the best that they can with what they got going on. And she was like, "Oh, she just fired a teacher." I was like, "Oh, girl, see that might be my story by next season. I don't want to, you know, waste my time or waste hers either. Um, and be able to be friendly in passing, and now I be careful about some of the things I do say, but um, I did tell her that I'm always open to contract work. Um, One thing I can say in the last few years, and this is something I think I touched a little bit previously about how small businesses will grow again and flourish and be more viable in all communities in the next few years. I mean, it's already a thing, but I'm saying that because when you have the initial existence was created on those people that had specific skills and trades. And then we moved into um, major corporations doing it. And the way that they've done it for so many years has been, like the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel. People get so exhausted. I literally watch people run lights on a regular basis because all they seen was green. And in actuality, the green they seen was the turn arrow, not to go forward. Like that was still red. So that's no different in different aspects of life. Um, Many people were forced into doing a lot of things that they do not really enjoy. So again, small businesses will flourish so much. It's ridiculous because I, the sad part is, and I don't know if it was it the this is a conversation I had with a baby boomer, and I want to say it was last year. And they were just basically talking about, oh, you can go work here, you can go work here. And I'm like, man, when you have a certain level of education, understanding, and knowledge, a lot of times you will be overqualified and overlooked. And it is up to you to be okay with it. And that was something I was trying to, explain to her. But it was just like hitting a dead wall. And so she was sharing about her granddaughter that wanted to open a nonprofit. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. If that's what's laid on her heart, if she's okay with, doing the hard work to get it started, I think it will be really beneficial for her, especially if she wants to provide certain services for a certain demographic of people. Generally, when you go into the nonprofit sector, you find a need, um, and you provide a service, and it's a beautiful thing. So she was just like, yeah, but she's getting ready to go work such and such. And I was like, okay, well, that's what's up, because sometimes you have to go ahead and work to get certain knowledge and certain skill sets to be able to, say that you had that hands-on training and go ahead and make it, you know, work for you. So I had to explain to her my experience. See, people are so focused on trying to put you in places that that's not where you're supposed to be. Come on, somebody, let me stop. But no, honestly, and it's a very frustrating thing to come across people, and that's why I had to explain the story of the lady talking about the teaching again, as nice as I could and as respectfully as I could. I had to, let her know, um, I'm not a worker. Now you can send some work my way. And I think a lot of people don't understand that thought process. Let me break that down. It was the lady that I came across that I knew a long time ago, but you know how you see people from when you went to high school, people totally change. And that's why I say I'm heavy on the associates, honey. I'm good with that. Miss me with it. So this lady, she worked a certain profession, um, and she had a nonprofit. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. So she was like, this, that, and the third, talking about her nonprofit. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she wanted to offer services for people that experience DV. So I had to explain to her. Well, I didn't explain. I was like, oh, well, you know what? It is one in the area, and it's, been out for, because I've done the research on that specific place. They've been out for a very long time. They service certain cities, and, it's a big thing because for it to have made it 30, 40 years, that means it has a big support system. It has a lot of stakeholders. It has a lot of donors. It has some of the top grant writers you can think of. Because I'm like, for it to have made it 30 years is a big thing, because I see people in like 2 or 3 years, they run out of money. And that's just being honest when it comes to the nonprofit. So this was the funny part. I was just like, I'm through the moon at this point. I had just finished learning how to write grants. I was so excited. I had went and learned how on one of the highest levels you can, specifically for nonprofits. And I wrote one. And after I wrote it, I was like, yes, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. So throughout going to school and coming down from that, I will always go in and spend time with life experiences. And that was just my strategy. I feel like everything that you learn, you're supposed to be able to go and apply it and get another different type of understanding on a different level, right? Everybody's not the same. I'm cool with that. That's my life. That was my rationale. Okay. So as time went on, I noticed. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back. She was good at social media marketing as well. She was talking about certain things and how she used her Pinterest board. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people sleep on Pinterest. Pinterest is a great way to put things out there, um, and generate leads to your other pages. It is the bomb.com. Now, if you look at my community wall, those sayings, all of them are automatically saved on my Pinterest, and they're automatically generated to, come up on my YouTube. And I did it that way because, of course, to stay in the algorithm, to keep, generating some type of content, right? Because sometimes you just get tired. You don't want to sit up here and talk all day, every day. Honey. Anyway, so we going somewhere with this story. So I'm not gonna lie, she was like, yeah, Pinterest is a great way. I already had Pinterest. I was using it. We just had general conversation. We even had, lunch, talked about a few things. But when it came to her nonprofit, this is a sneaky thing that a lot of people are doing. And I'm gonna be honest. She had, and I get it. You cannot do everything by yourself, and I get it. But it was the way she went about it. Knowing that I knew how to write them, and I knew certain things, so she would ask me my title. She would just want me to send a lot of things in writing to her. And I was like, girl, you ain't about to get no free work from me. Baby, I done spent all these years. I can't even, I got so many books that I'm like, girl, I need to just go ahead and steal these books because some of this stuff I don't even want to do no more in life. But it was just the experience of it all. So you see, big as my forehead is, everything right up here for the most part. And I love knowledge. So I just felt like she tried to play with me and see how much I would give her on that level as far as restructuring the one that she created. This is another thing as well. This is the power of social media, and I love everything about it because I had the opportunity to meet people outside of my area, of course, and get into different groups and have different meetings with very in, intelligent, women that had tapped into like the government contracting sector. So basically, what she was trying to do was, you. I just feel like I'm not mad at your hustle. I'm not mad at your hustle. And you could have very well went and got a contract and added me on as a subcontractor. Baby, I would have worked it. But what you cannot do is play with me in the process until you get it together. By using the verbiage that I give you. Honey, when she sent me the email and was like, I want asked me to write down my name, my credentials, and all this stuff, you ain't about to write me down. No, no, ma'am. Anyway, so after going through that, and then there's a lot of people that have nonprofits and they have an agenda from the beginning. I've seen a lot of people group together and they basically use it to find a way to run for different positions within the community. And I think I'm not, against it, but I don't think using a nonprofit should be the way to go. Now, if you have a business and that business is generating you funds, and then say if you get in good networking groups and you're able to become a subcontractor and then later use that subcontracting um, experience to get you your own contract, and then you like have a nonprofit, that a percentage of your proceeds go to, that's when you win. So the crazy thing was a lot of people did not think I knew that. I've, been nice enough to like volunteer for nonprofits in the area, and a lot of those people just move really, really different, especially when you don't have a full understanding of how to make everything work for the long-term use. So I think it's beautiful and a lot of wonderful opportunities out there, and a lot of people that you come across out here. Just stay vigilant, stay vigilant, stay alert, stay alive. Okay, that's what that can transcend from um, any hood to any boardroom. That's all I'm gonna say, honey. Because you know, again, small businesses are already filling in the gap for places that large corporations just cannot meet the need. Like honestly, if you think about it, right now, large corporations can barely get employees and maintain them. So much so that they are contracting shifts on apps. So I was like scrolling through there was another lady live and she was just talking about, oh, you can go to this app and you can work a shift at Target. I was like, what? Like, so you have to really look at the bigger picture. And also we gotta back that thing up to a lot of these people received those funds back, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And honestly, what did they do with it? Did they invest it back into their company or did they invest it back into whatever they wanted to do? So a lot of them got the money, the tax breaks, but what did they do with it? So, honey, I'm a firm believer that life always balances itself out however it needs to. And the last shall be first. I'm like for real, but what I say, I just sit back and watch it. I really do. I sit back and watch um how a lot of the businesses are moving. It's so many businesses that are like plastering positions, pump faking, that they are really doing well in this jacked up economy. I remember last year, and I'm not gonna name the company. I remember applying for a position and doing a phone interview. It was like a few questions or whatever. It wasn't very long. It was like maybe 15 minutes. And it was really odd because I want to say something told me to watch that position for like the next 5 to 6 months. They recycled that position back onto their job posting, job listing, like every 2 to 3 weeks. And I was like, so y'all around here playing with people knowing you're not hiring for this position? Okay, okay. And the crazy thing, this was one of the largest nonprofits. A lot of people go buy things from there. And they basically, this was last year, they admitted to how their sales weren't that good. And they started to overwork the people that they had. And the people were like, someone was like, we not doing this. Some people were okay with it. But again, that was just like the other day I was in the store and this lady, she had a buggy full of items and she was an older lady. You can tell she probably don't go to the grocery store that much because I was like the way she was acting, she was just shocked that nobody was there to check her out. It was one cashier was open, the other one had just went on break because he was up there when I came into the store. But anyway, So I stepped away to go get something out of the line, and she tried to put her big ass basket in front of mine. I said, "Excuse me." She said, "Oh, that's your basket." Lady, you know that was my basket. Stop playing with me. In my head, because I wasn't gonna be, be mean to the lady that disrespect her. But she was like, "I just can't believe they only had." I said, "Well, ma'am, you gotta understand. It's hard for people to retain employees right now. Think about how they treat people on a regular basis. So sometimes you're gonna go into a store and this is what you have. It is what it is. How do you go pile up a huge basket of stuff thinking you gonna run in and out of any store in 2024? I don't care what time. You better go in there as soon as they open. And even with that, you might have to wait, because what if somebody called out and they didn't come?" And I said, "Well, ma'am, it could be a scheduling issue. You never know." And she was like, I was like, "Well, it's other services that you can utilize to avoid having to stand in line for a long time." So I had to go ahead and get her a little reference list, because she was just making a big deal out of nothing. And I'm like, "Ma'am, you came here with all this stuff." I mean, it was a lot of stuff. And I was like, "Okay, so you ain't got nothing at home to eat?" "Well, I got an appointment. I got somewhere to go." And I was like, "Everybody do." Everybody do. So that was that. But yeah, it's a shift, and it's not being discussed. It's not talked about. But you have to really be real vigilant to really take it in. And yeah, just don't let nobody play with you in the process. Stay alert. You know, it's a lot of scamming going on, skimming and scamming. So I ain't gonna talk about no scammers, because I met a few in the last couple of years. It wasn't no fun until I got them back. Let me stop. Like, sometimes you know what, you gotta sit back and let people do what they gonna do, and let them go as far as they can. And when you tired of letting them play with you, now you handle it how you want. I'ma handle it how I want. Sometimes you just gotta go ahead and meet them where they are, and that's it. Some people gotta be slow walk, and some people you just gotta pounce on, and you just gotta go ahead and do it and close that door to close it to where they don't want to come back. You got to slam this sucker and nail it shut sometimes. But with that being said, let me get ready to go and finish enjoying my day. I think I'm gonna go get me a big cup of cold water right quick, because I've been talking for a long time. Been over an hour. I don't know me sitting and talk this long, but I'm gonna have a topic the next time I talk, because I done talked about a lot of things. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Have a great week, even if you don't hear from me the rest of the week. Well, I'll be back though. I'll be back. I'm gonna come back. I might be in the bushes on some videos or something, but